It is expected that close to 140,000 people could potentially lose their jobs. For more on this, we are joined in studio by Mduduzi Mbongwe, the Deputy General Secretary of the Commercial Catering and Allied Workers Union. Babu Mduduzi Mbongwe for Iskatsakoba. This is certainly a sight we're perhaps seeing across the country. A lot of companies saying that things are tough and they have to resort to these means. Your sentiments around what Edcon is saying now?
Perhaps the background is a bit different at Edcon. First, in 2008, there was this private equity buyout, which we opposed as a union because of the tendency of these chaps to strip and flip companies that they buy. We warned against it. Unfortunately, our pleas fell on deaf ears. And Edcon has been experiencing job losses since 2012. About 3,000 workers lost their jobs already during this period. We have some hope since the takeover of Grant Pattison as the CEO of Edcon, because since he arrived in February, there have been no job losses at Edcon. And he has been upfront with us. On his arrival, he asked for a meeting with the leadership of the union and advised us of the challenges that the company was facing at the time and his intention to turn the situation around.
What is his latest commentary then regarding the current situation? Has he said anything to you as a union specifically?
No, he indicated that he was still engaging with some stakeholders without divulging the details of those stakeholders to save the company, because we knew the consequences of a liquidation. Workers might not even get their salaries in the instances of liquidation. So we will prefer a situation where there is no liquidation, but the company receives some injection in whatever form.
So has he told you when he might be able to speak to you as a union?
No, not yet.
Okay. And you're obviously hoping to get communication with him as soon as possible, right? Are you aware of Edcon's financial situation, exactly what that looks like, and how long they can sort of survive for on their current format?
We're not sure of the exact details, but we know as a result of the loan they acquired through the private equity buyout, their financial situation was quite dire. But if nothing is done, the company may go under. But hopefully, Grant Pattison has demonstrated his ability to turn the situation around. As a South African CEO, he is more patriotic in his approach to how he does business. Unlike other companies which focus on these foreign CEOs, who don't have much commitment to the country. We believe that is different because Edcon plays a big role in the South African economy. It doesn't only employ thousands of workers, but it also sources from South African manufacturers. That's why its collapse could lead to dire consequences for the whole economy.
Yeah, it is certainly one that could turn badly. If we take the story a little bit further and perhaps, unfortunately we move to a site where we do have to have retrenchments, what is it that you hope can be done in that space that Edcon can push forward for to make sure that the situation goes, sadly, as smoothly as possible, despite how bad that situation would be?
The Labour Relations Act provides for certain procedures that have to be followed in case companies wish to retrench. One of the steps that are required is for companies to disclose their financial situation. You have to peruse their financial records to examine the extent of the losses that they make. Then parties have to engage in what is termed a joint consensus-seeking process to, one, avoid job losses, two, minimize the impact of job losses, decide on the criteria and forms of assistance that could be offered to those who might end up being retrenched.
Certainly a dire situation indeed there. Has there been, any sort of other things that have been sort of put forward as a suggestion, as opposed to obviously just retrenchments, which is seemingly the first port of call, whether it means the redirection of employees to other parts of that business or another business entirely?
At this stage, the union has not received any formal notification of the intention to retrench, which is done in terms of Section 189 of the Labour Relations Act.
Yeah.
That is not there. So retrenchments are not on the table at the moment. The company is still exploring means to save jobs of employees within Edcon.
Yeah. We hope to get Grant Patterson actually here as well, and perhaps chat and discuss with him what exactly he plans to do to save Edcon, because it is a massive, massive company, and that would hurt, certainly. Baba, Mduduzi Mbongwe is the Deputy General Secretary of the Commercial Catering and Allied Workers Union, joining us in studio as we talk about Edcon, of course, a big, big struggle there, and hopefully we can clear that one up for you.